Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Rita's Book Club. On this episode, I'm going to tell you all about Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy. I saw a few reviews of this book on Instagram and I was curious to read the story. It's the first time I read one of Elle's books, but I kind of liked it, the trope of a good girl and a grumpy puppy meeting and falling in love. Mackenzie McCabot is a people pleaser to her demanding parents, her prep school friends, and her longtime boyfriend. It's exhausting for her to always follow the rules, so unlike most 20 years old, all she wants to do is focus on her growing internet business. But first, she must get to college. Must get a college degree at her parents' insistence, and this means moving to the beachside town of Avalon Bay, a community made up of locals and wealthy students of Garnet College. Max had plenty of practice suppressing her wilder impulses, but when she meets local bad boy Cooper Hartley, that ability is suddenly tested. Cooper is rough around the edges, raw, candid, and a threat to her ordered existence. And pretty soon their friendship becomes the realest thing in her life. Despite his disdain for the trust fund kids he sees coming and going from his town, Cooper soon realizes Mac isn't just another rich clone and falls hard for her. But as Mac finally starts feeling accepted by Cooper and his friends, the secret he has been keeping from her threatens the only place she's ever felt home at. This book has its ups and downs, I'm not gonna lie. I really liked a lot of things about it, and even the prompt looked interesting, but I definitely didn't like the manipulative way Max and Cooper's friendship began. Thankfully, even though it's a part of the narrative at the end, it's very clear from the very beginning that Cooper changed his mind about the vengeance against Mac's then boyfriend and his shady reasons to interact with Mac. So that was definitely a plus to me, and it made the book more enjoyable, even sweet in a lot of moments. I liked Mac's character. I know she was very naive in the beginning of the book, especially with her ex-boyfriend and believing in everything he said and portrayed himself to be. But I sort of loved how she was such an entrepreneur. She started her own business really young and fought for it. And even later on, you understand how she has a spark and understanding of businesses. That's very interesting for such a young character. Sure, she was privileged all her life, coming from a rich family, but she didn't have their support in any of it. So I think it's really interesting to see that side of her. I also loved how she was always ready to fight for what she believed in, and even with Cooper, she wasn't afraid to speak her mind. One of my absolute favorite scenes of her in the book was helping Cooper's friends during that storm. She was such a badass. She wasn't afraid to do what needed to be done. Then we have Cooper, and and as I previously said, I didn't like his intentions in the beginning of the story. I was really side-eyeing him because I wasn't understanding him. But I think Elle gives us a good character development through the story, and we get to know him and his reasons to be detached from a lot of things. He was hardworking, did everything for his twin brother and his uncle, was always there for his friends, and even encouraged Mac a lot of the times to just follow her dreams and stand up for herself. To be honest, I like their dynamic in a lot of moments. They are always pushing each other for better or worse, and that gave them the ability to grow up in a lot of ways through their story. They had a lot of tense and sexy moments that you couldn't breathe, but also so many sweet moments. I also really loved how they just adopt the cute puppy they found on the beach, and that was that. I feel like I need to mention Cooper's twin brother, Evan, which It's a big part of the story, and we got to know him a little. Even though he and Cooper were very different, they were always there for each other since they were kids in all the big moments. I also really liked how Evan developed his own relationship with Meg, with attentive friendship at first, but a deep understanding by the end of it. Elle Kennedy is actually going to release this year a new book about Evan's own story with his ex-girlfriend Genevieve. It's called Bad Girl Reputation, and I'm super curious to read about it. I want to know more about Evan. As always, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Rita's Book Club for more content. Thanks for watching and see you next week. Happy readings!